Welcome back. You're listening to Perspective on Manx Radio. We're still having messages coming into the studio, so thank you very much, everybody, for those. I'll start with one from Susan, probably a good bridge from the first half of the programme. Susan says, "Hi everyone, I would like to say that my mum passed away in November 2018. We had conversations with all of the appropriate people in Nobles. The paramedics were amazing with her, and staff on Ward 9 at Nobles were like family to us. Mum ended her days on Ward 9, not in hospice. This was her choice. So please let everyone know that you really do need to talk, and all the help you need on the island is there. Thank you all very much for your caring," and thank you, Susan, for sharing that with us. I guess the point to be taken from that is most people listening will either have an experience that relates to these discussions, or certainly will know somebody who does. And it's, well, I guess it's you know, it, like we said at the top of the programme, it happens to us all, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I think everybody's got, if you talk to anybody, they can tell you a story of something that's happened, somebody who was either prepared to die and had done everything, or how they wish they'd been prepared. And that's the sad one, isn't it, when people say, we wish we'd talked, we wish we'd known what was going to happen. And that's what we would like to promote and to put a stop to, really, people saying we wish. Let's make the Isle of Man a place where everybody makes their advanced care plans in advance, and they can then relax and enjoy life.
A slightly crude question, if you don't mind. Do you know what sort of proportion of people have these plans? Do you have, is there any? Is it are people a minority who have planned?
I would say minority. Would you? Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I think minority of people, really.
And the sooner the better in most cases. Really, it's not waiting until it's nearly too late to do the plan. I think if we can encourage people to actually do such a plan at an early age, it can always be altered, it can always be changed. It's not immutable.
I think that's something that's worth mentioning, really. It's what we said in the first half of the programme, isn't it? That really, talking about it doesn't mean you are going to die imminently. That's the thing. Yeah. You can plan it at any point, and the good reason for doing it when you're of sound mind is that things can change all the time. So as your perspectives change, it could be something simple, that a new song's released and you prefer that song than the previous one that maybe is played at your funeral, or as you're being cared, for example. Things change all the time, and things can remain fluid, but it is just the point of talking and opening it up. And I think perhaps that's why people are in a minority who put these things in place, because we do shy away from it so much, and it's really important that we do try and help people to make these decisions and introduce the conversations.
Just to jump on one point, you said that talking about it doesn't increase the likelihood of you dying.
No.
You often hear people say, you know, don't jinx it, or there's there's superstitious things, though, isn't there?
I think it's worth saying we all rather likely to die. It is going to happen. Unfortunately, we have to face up to that, and it is just it's being conscious that is going to happen to us all, and when is the only thing, that the lovely mystery that we've got in life. So enjoy every second you've got. Really, really do enjoy yourself. But plan, put that in place, and open the conversation with your loved ones and your family.
Another message in. This is from John. This one. It says, "It's pathetic and shameful when in the 21st century people can't decide as to the direction and the timing of their end of life choice." John says, "Typical church and medical professionals who have alternative motives argue against what should be a personal choice." I think, just based upon what was said in the first half of the programme, it is increasingly becoming more of a personal choice. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we'd like to base care around the individual. That's why we're looking at the integrated care project, which is going on in the west of the island, and also looking at making care more personalised. This is the message I came home with 2 weeks ago from Leeds, and I'm really, really promoting it, is we're there to look after each person and to give person-centred care as much as we can. So please have those conversations.
I think it's worth adding on to that. I hope you don't mind me putting in there to add on the fact that just because we're sitting here as you introduced us as experts before, I wouldn't say any of us are experts, but as people who are very proactive with this kind of thing, is we're not immune to it. So just because we're medical professionals or people with a church background perhaps doesn't mean that we're immune to these conversations either. You know, we have to face up to them as well, and these conversations, as we push through the first half, that we've had them with our families as well, and we really do advocate them. So certainly not pushing them as someone else's as anyone else's idea. It is person-centred, and we as individuals are open to that as well. So.
We have all experienced it,
Mm.
and we're trying to help people by passing on this information that we have gained, and how it's made life simpler, better, easier for us. And if we can help other people along the way, so forth, good, go for it.